Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims 4 info/thoughts video. So real quick before I get into the meat of this video, once again Sim Guru Drake has confirmed no news this week, and she has said that when there is going to be an announcement the coming week, she will post an excited GIF instead of doing the no GIF thing over and over again. So yeah, alright, let's get into the actual news. So thanks to an online retailer called Instant Gaming, we know that there is a third bundle pack coming for The Sims 4. There's been a couple of these already that have compiled some of the stuff packs and game packs together. And this was actually originally supposed to come out in March, and then it just mysteriously disappeared, and now it's resurfaced again with a release date of June 10th. And how these bundles are formatted is that they come with 2 stuff packs and 1 game pack. The thing is, we have 2 game packs, Outdoor Retreat and Spa Day, and they have already both been bundled, so that means this third bundle is going to have an unrevealed game pack. And in turn, that means that we're getting Game Pack 3 early June at the very latest. So yeah, oof. I know it may be a hard pill to swallow, but it really does seem possible that we may have quite a wait still before Game Pack 3 comes out, whatever it is, and hopefully, whatever it is, it's like amazing and blows Spa Day and Outdoor Retreat out of the water, because I am not sure what could possibly be taking this game pack so long to come out. It's kind of weird. I thought we would get game packs a little bit more often, like every 4 to 6 months or so, because at least so far the game packs are basically the venue packs from Sims 3, except way better than that. But so far they have been kind of centered around a venue, or I guess like a small world in the case of Outdoor Retreat, but basically like venues, not like expansion packs where they add like a 1 or 2 big gameplay elements and stuff like that. The game packs seem to be more revolved around locations. I'm still really hoping for restaurants. That's definitely like one of the things I want the most, besides toddlers and cars in The Sims 4. So restaurants better be at least part of this game pack. Restaurants might actually be a really good fit as Game Pack 3, because if they try to make this bundle revolve around a certain theme, it could work pretty well, because movie hangout and romantic garden stuff, they both kind of revolve around dating and romance in general, and restaurants can as well. So yeah, if restaurants end up being Game Pack 3, that would actually be really good. But talking about announcements and release dates, I just cannot wrap my head around the marketing of The Sims 4. It's like not much has really changed since before the base game came out, because if you remember, there was a huge drought of news at even around this time with the base game. It's just like they said nothing at all about the game, and they started talking about it like around June. I have my video manager open up right now on YouTube, and the video that I did about no toddlers in pools confirmed, that was on June 25th. So it was only a few months before the game actually came out that they started talking about it. And I remember it was only like July or maybe early August when they started actually advertising the game, and it's just like, okay, it's just like there were so many people I remember that didn't even know The Sims 4 existed until a month or so before it came out, just because the advertising was just that low of an amount, which is really weird. Like, I would not be marketing the game this way. I really don't think the best way to market a video game is to say absolutely nothing at all about it until a few months or a few weeks before the release date. That's just really, really ridiculous. I mean, yeah, for a small stuff pack, that's fine. It's a very small release. It's kind of low-key. But for a big base game or an expansion pack or even a game pack, I don't think it's an okay way to do things, to just save the announcements until like almost the last minute. Plus, it's freaking April now. Like, the Christmas mode is long gone. The holiday season's done. So I still don't see what the holdup is. I mean, even if there was like this delay behind the scenes by a few months, like I don't think it would kill them to just say, okay, this is what the theme of the game pack is, and show like a few early screenshots. It's not like they haven't done that before. They did that with Island Paradise, and that really worked in their favor. They were even able to implement curved hulls in the houseboats because people really wanted that when they heard about the announcement. What I think Maxis should do is take a page from Nintendo's book. Like, one thing I really like that Nintendo is doing are these Nintendo Directs, where they do these broadcasts and they talk about upcoming releases for the next 1 or 2 quarters or so. And I think that would really help Maxis a lot if they did like Sims Directs or something like that. Like, they used to do live broadcasts more for The Sims 3, but now at The Sims 4, for some reason, they only do those after whatever game they're promoting is out, which is really odd in my opinion. Disney Infinity has also started doing these Nintendo Direct-like broadcasts, and I think that is really working out in their favor too. So I think it would really help Maxis if they started doing things like that, where they do these live broadcasts where they talk about like the next few packs that are coming out, like stuff packs and game packs and expansion packs and all that good stuff, so they can actually help keep our interest a little bit better. Because right now, like, even just looking at Twitter, the general consensus seems to be that we're all losing interest in The Sims 4, and them not talking about the game at all is not helping. And the Grow Fruit Challenge didn't really help matters because that's all temporary content, except for whatever you manage to unlock in your current save file. But other than that, it's pretty much pointless. And something that I think the Maxis marketing people really need to remember is that more than ever before, we as consumers are really fickle. I know that may sound slightly self-insulting, but it's true. Our attention spans are really short. We're always on our phones and stuff like that, and it's just so easy to distract us, where it's like, oh, there's this cool new app that comes out, and then it only lasts a week because there's nothing much happening with it, and then people already move on to the next thing. Like, especially with technology, it's a fast moving thing, and it's like, if you don't keep people talking about your game, especially something that is supposed to have a longer lifespan like The Sims, and not just like one game and then getting a sequel and then a sequel after that, you're going to lose people. You're going to lose people's interest. I think they already have lost some people just from this like 3-month or so news drought of like barely any news. And like I mentioned in the previous info/thoughts video, all this inactivity surrounding The Sims 4 gives us time to explore other video games, which is not good for EA unless it happens to be another EA game like Unravel or whatever. But yeah, it's like, if it wasn't for this dull period, this Seagull Talk series probably would not be a thing. I probably would have never still gotten around to playing American Truck Simulator. And I've started playing Rocket League again, and I've started playing Disney Infinity again. My point is that, yeah, it's like, I've been playing The Sims like a little bit here and there, but my attention is trying to shift to other games, and Maxis is not really putting in much of an effort to try and bring me back to the series that I love so much. The only reason I can think of for this game pack to be coming out so late, other than just some sort of really complex technical issues behind the scenes, is that maybe they're doing some sort of cross promotion with expansion pack number 3. Something maybe like the Weatherstone in The Sims 3, where they used that object to cross promote Supernatural and Seasons, and those two packs came out really close together. Maybe they're going to do something like that, except on a bigger scale. Maybe like, I know this idea will probably anger a lot of people if they actually did this, but say if game pack number 3 is restaurants, and then expansion pack 3 could be something that thematically matches restaurants, like say a nightlife remake that's about city life and stuff, and then if you own both the restaurant's game pack and the city expansion pack, you'd unlock some special venue, some sort of special restaurant venue in the new city world that would come with expansion pack 3 that would also contain an object or two that is only in that venue, and you can't unlock that object for your game unless you have that venue in your game. What if they did something like that? It's like, yeah, that's a horrible idea. I'm even just straight up admitting that myself, but it's just something that I'm thinking of from a marketing perspective. What if they actually did that to try and just bring in more money? I mean, it is a business, right? So I wouldn't completely put it past EA and Maxis to do something like that. So all in all, what the heck is Maxis doing? Maybe, just maybe when they announce whatever the next paid DLC is, whether it's an expansion pack or a game pack or a stuff pack, it will all suddenly make sense, but I'm not betting on that. I just don't feel optimistic about The Sims 4 lately. On the off chance that somebody from the Maxis marketing team is watching this is my personal plea to you. Please stop leaving us in the dark. For all the flaws that The Sims 3 had, it had great marketing. From numerous pre-release live streams with the Sim Gurus to blurry pictures hinting at the next store sets, there was pretty much always something to talk about that kept our interest. Right now, I don't have much reason to be excited for the future of The Sims 4 because there's literally nothing exciting to talk about. We've had a couple of decent stuff packs this year, but they don't address the areas of the game that desperately need expanding. I'm really trying to hold on to faith that being patient and waiting will solve everything in the end, but I'm really starting to wonder if the wait will be worth it. The reason I'm being so critical of The Sims 4 and its marketing is not because I hate The Sims 4, it's actually quite the opposite. I really want The Sims 4 to be as good as all the previous Sims games, and I really want more reason to believe that it will be. The Sims just means so much to me, and I really don't want The Sims to die. And I do see lots of potential in The Sims 4. There are some positive aspects to it, like the art style looks a lot like how a Sims game should compared to the previous games. The Sims themselves definitely act more like Sims. The emotions, in my opinion, were a little bit overhyped pre-release of the base game. But the Sims definitely feel like Sims, and there are some smaller things that have worked out really well too, like cross-promoting certain features, like how with certain stuff packs, there's new club rules, like with movie hangout stuff and romantic garden stuff, you get like those 2 extra club rules. So there are things like that that have worked out pretty well, and there's even some things that have been done better in The Sims 4 than they ever have before, like the hot tubs. So there's definitely lots of room for potential in The Sims 4, but it feels like I have to wait a lifetime before it gets there. And for me personally, The Sims 3 took about 2 years before I started getting more, I guess you could say, consistently addicted to the game. It was only like around the time that Pets came out that I really started getting hooked on The Sims 3. But even right now, it just feels like, I don't know if even waiting that long will suddenly make The Sims 4 really good for me. I just don't have any reason to believe that. And another thing is, the longer we're kept in the dark, the higher our expectations will get, and therefore the higher chance that we will be disappointed by whatever the next big news is. So I think even bad news might be better than no news at this point. But I think that's all I have to say for now. So let me know in the comment section below, when do you think Game Pack 3 will come out? Do you think it will come out in early June? Or do you think it will come out even earlier than that? Or even sometime in April? And what do you think of the marketing of The Sims 4? What do you think could be done better? Alright, I'll talk to you later guys, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!